So, in the previous class, we continued structural equation model. And we have seen that the direct relationships in structural equation modeling, first we have seen that. But it is, we have also seen that the direct relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable, if you would like to find out, that may not be sufficient for all the cases. And that's why in many research papers, you will find the mediation effect and the moderation effects. And in fact, to make your paper acceptable, usually a little bit complexity is required. And that's why the mediation or the moderation effect, the researchers very often, they put it into the paper or into the research framework. And we have also seen that the mediation, there is a difference between the mediation and moderation. In case of mediation, you can see that the mediator, it is influenced by the independent variable. Okay. But in case of the moderator, moderator is not influenced by the independent variable. Here you can see that time, relationship, quality, national culture, these things, they are not influenced by the dimensions of SCI. This is the independent variable. Whereas the supply chain operations capability, it influences the supply chain management practices. This we have seen. So this is known as moderation effect. And today we are going to discuss, in the previous class we discussed about the mediation effect, and today we will be discussing the moderation effect. Okay. In Smart PLS, we will use Smart PLS because this is very handy software. In Smart PLS 3, we use consistent PLS algorithm and then consistent PLS bootstrapping to find out all the estimates. Okay. So there are two different types of moderators. One is a categorical moderator and another is continuous moderator. If you would like to know about the categorical moderator and how to use the categorical moderator in the moderation effect of ACM, you can go through this link. You can follow this YouTube video. And similarly, for dealing with the continuous moderator, you can watch or you can go through this YouTube. And finally, you can see that there is another website link is given, that is jeremydawson.co.uk/slopes.htm. This has also some use when I will explain it later on, that you need to download an Excel file from this website and there you need to put your data. Okay. So I will show it. I will tell it how you will do it. But if you want to know in details, then you can follow these videos. There is it is also given. But first, let's understand that what are these two types of, what is moderator you have seen previously. I have given this example. Okay. Now you should know what is the difference between categorical moderator and continuous moderator. See, in case of suppose variable that changes the relationship and probably significance for one group and not significant for another group can be an independent variable, looks at the rate of change. If there are parallel, then there is no moderation. Hypothesis. Okay, suppose you look at this one, you must state the form of the moderation and not just the moderation itself. Each one, hypothesis one, the positive relationship between satisfaction and loyalty will be stronger when perceived image is high. Hypothesis of strength moderation. Okay. And another hypothesis you can see that BMI moderates the relationships between exercise and weight loss such that for those with a low BMI, the effect is negative. Okay. It means you gain weight, and for those with high BMI, the effect is positive. You lose weight when exercising. Hypothesis in direction, change in moderation. Okay. So typically you can see that two different kinds of moderators here you can see. Okay. For example, there is a relationship between satisfaction and loyalty. Okay. And what is the name of the moderator here? The perceived image. It is the name of the moderator. Now, the perceived image, it is a categorical moderator. You can easily understand that the data that you will collect for perceived image, that is a categorical moderator, that cannot be a continuous moderator. Okay. Similarly, you can also understand that BMI, basal metabolic indicator or rate, that is a continuous moderator. You can get continuous data from it. Okay, so this is known as the continuous moderator. Okay, so here, so this is the difference between categorical moderator and continuous moderator. Continuous moderator is based on continuous data, whereas the categorical moderator is based on the categorical data. Okay, like perceived, the example is suppose perceived image. Here the example is BMI. Okay. Now here you not only need to whether the moderator has an effect on the relationship or not, you need to determine it. Okay, whether it is significant or not. If it is found that the effect of moderation is significant, okay, then you need to also specify the direction of the relationship. Okay, that means suppose if when the perceived image is high, then how it is affecting, and suppose when the perceived image is low or when the moderator is low, then how it is being affected. Okay. Similarly, in case of BMI also. Okay, such for those with a low BMI, when the low BMI is low, the effect is negative, you gain weight. Okay, and for those with high BMI, the effect is positive, you lose weight when exercising. So weight loss and exercise, relationship between exercise and weight loss, you need to specify when the BMI is low and also when the BMI is high. Okay, so the direction of the relationship you need to specify for the different values or the levels of the moderator. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. Okay, here you will just set some particular factors, the variables or the other things, the settings. Here there are some settings, These settings you can very easily, you can do these settings. If you go through the video, you can very easily do these, all these settings. Okay. So I'm not going into that details of the settings, but this is very easy. Now the categorical moderator. Okay, here just the same thing. Here you can see that there is a tab which is named as calculate. You go to calculate tab, then you uh, click the smart PLS algorithm, consistent PLS algorithm. Okay, and then after that you will also uh, do the bootstrapping. So by selecting the bootstrapping algorithm, okay, or consistent PLS bootstrapping. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. Okay, I am enlarging it, the figure. Here you can see that you can see the interface of the smart PLS. Okay, the interface is given here. So here you can see that there are three variables. Suppose you neglect this variable. Suppose you think that there are three variables. Okay. One is the attitude towards the co-workers. This is one latent variable. Environmental perception. This is one latent variable or construct. And this is job satisfaction. This is also one latent variable or construct. So there are three constructs or latent variables. So under these, there are some manifest variables based on which you will directly you will directly collect the data from your survey. And also you can see that these are independent variables, and this is job satisfaction. This is the dependent variable. Okay. Now you would like to find out the relationship between attitude towards coworkers and job satisfaction. You would also like to find out the relationship between environmental perception and job satisfaction. And you would also like to find out that how gender here, it is a moderator, how gender is affecting this relation and this relation. Okay, this relation means the relationship between attitude towards coworkers and job satisfaction, and the relationship between environmental perception and job satisfaction. How gender is affecting these two relationships that you'd like to test or you would like to find out. Okay, and notice here that gender, it is acting like an the moderator is acting like an independent variable. It is not influenced by the independent variables in the model. In case of the mediation, this was this variable. Okay, it was actually influenced by the independent variable. Okay, so you will get a direction, you will get an arrow like this. Okay, you will get an arrow like this in case of mediation, but since this is a moderation, there is no such kind of arrow, because gender is very, very independent in nature. Gender cannot be influenced by attitude towards coworkers and environmental protection, but it can affect or it can influence the relationship on the other. Okay, okay, so here you will make some, this is the gender, this gender is actually the moderator here. So you will make two dummy variables or constructs. One is gender cross environmental perception, and another is gender cross attitude towards co-workers. Okay, these two dummy variables you can create. Okay, so here you will the basic settings are the moderator variable, the gender, the independent variable you are choosing, suppose attitude towards co-workers, calculation method, product indicator, advanced settings, suppose these settings you will find very this is automatic waiting mode, product term generation, unstandardized. Okay, these all settings you will find in the video if you follow. Okay, so and another in case you will find that gender moderator variable you will use, independent variable environmental protection you will use, then the calculation method, product indicator, product term generator, unstandardized, waiting mode automatic. So these things you will be using. Okay, so now you will get the results. Okay, so and also you will perform the bootstrapping. Okay, so after that you will be getting this kind of results. Okay, so what you are finding actually here, you can see that the relationship between the environmental perception, okay, and the job satisfaction, the environmental perception and the environmental perception and job satisfaction. Okay, so it is 0.001. Okay, so there is environmental perception and job satisfaction, the p value is 0.001, so it is less than 0.05. so this relationship is actually significant. But if you look at that attitude towards co-workers and the job satisfaction, then the p value is 0.511. Okay, so it is greater than 0.05. so this relationship is not significant. Okay, so now what is the moderation effect of the gender? Okay, so gender and the job satisfaction, so you can just go back here. So this relationship you are finding that this is not significant. Sorry, this is significant, and this relationship you are finding, this direct relationship, this is actually not significant. Okay, so now it's small. Okay, so now you will find the effect gender on job satisfaction. This is 0.842, but this is not actually your area of interest. Your area of interest is gender cross attitude towards co-workers on job satisfaction. Okay, so you are also, this is natural that here it is you are sorry, this is gender cross attitude towards co-workers on job satisfaction. This is, you are finding the p value is 0.024. so 0.05, it is less than 0.05. so this relationship is actually, it is significant. Okay, gender cross attitude towards co-workers or job satisfaction, this is actually significant. Okay, so so here you can understand that the attitude towards co-workers, this relationship you are getting as significant, and gender cross environmental protection and job satisfaction, this you are finding that 0.344. Okay, so this is greater than 0.05, so it is actually insignificant. Okay, so what is happening here? you are finding here that the direct relationship between attitude towards co-workers and job satisfaction, the direct relationship, it is not significant. But when you are considering the moderating effect of the gender, okay, then it is becoming significant. And here in this case, the environmental perception and job satisfaction, this is actually this relationship you are finding, that the direct relationship, it is not it is not it is significant. Okay, so even if you try to find out the effect of gender on this relationship, it is not significant. Okay, because this direct relationship is already it is significant, so the gender has not some special effect on it. Okay, so now what you will do, you will be going to the Jeremy Dawson, that website. Okay, and all the you will get, there are some this Excel, there is a link from where you can download the Excel file. Okay, if you go to the website, you can find, you can see those all those links, or even if you are not suppose able to do that, you can also do one thing, that is mm, you can go through the YouTube videos, and there you will be, obviously you can see that how to download those things, and then you need to um, alter the values, okay, or the variables, okay, the number of variables or the name of the variables, name of the moderator, and the values, those things you need to edit, or you need to alter or change. Okay, and automatically, accordingly, this graph, it will be also changed. Okay, so what you are getting here from this graph, this is what you are getting here. Okay, so in this case, there is x-axis and there is y-axis. Okay, so along x-axis you are representing the attitude towards co-workers. Okay, what graph you are making, you are making the graph of what is the effect of gender on the relationship between attitude towards co-workers and job satisfaction. This graph you are making, you are not considering the graph of the effect of gender on the relationship of the environmental perception and the job satisfaction. This graph you are not considering. Why? Because you have already seen that the effect of the gender on this particular, on that relationship, it is not significant, because those direct relationship itself, it is very significant. Okay, so that has nothing to, no special effect of gender on the relationship of uh, environmental perception and the job satisfaction. But in case of the relationship between the attitude towards co-workers and the job satisfaction, there is an effect of gender. The effect is actually, it is making it significant. Earlier there was no you have seen that the direct relationship was absolutely insignificant, but it is making it significant. So it is a full moderation, it is not partial moderation. It is actually gender is acting, this moderator, it is doing here the full moderation. Okay, not just partial moderation. I have previously told you that what is full moderation and what is partial moderation. Okay, I have, if you can recall, I can show you that I have previously told you this diagram. Sorry, this was full mediation and partial mediation, but similarly there is also, there can be full moderation and the partial moderation. Okay, so what so what you are getting ultimately? So along x-axis you are representing the attitude towards co-workers. Along y-axis you are representing the dependent variable, that means the job satisfaction. Okay, and this is the line for the straight line, this is for the female gender, and the dotted line, it is representing the male gender. Okay, so you can see that when the in case of male, okay, as the attitude towards co-workers it goes high, okay, the job satisfaction, it also goes high. Okay, when the attitude towards co-workers goes high, the job satisfaction that also goes high in case of male. Okay, but when the attitude towards co-workers goes high in case of female, the job satisfaction decreases. Okay, so how the moderator is actually working, that is very much specified using this graph. Okay, this you need to do in case of the moderating effect. So this is actually known as the this is a categorical moderator. Okay, obviously because the gender can be only male or female, so this is known as the categorical moderator. Okay, so now another thing we can do, there is another thing that is known as continuous moderator. Okay, in case of continuous moderator, what you can see that there are three. This is another example. This is other example. That example was for the categorical moderator, and this example is for continuous moderator. So here you can see that this is satisfaction, this is image, and this is loyalty. Okay, so these are satisfaction and image, these are the independent variables, and the loyalty, it is actually the dependent variable. Okay, these are independent variables and this is dependent variable. So under satisfaction and image, there are some independent, there are some manifest variables, and under image there are also some manifest variables, and under loyalty there are also some manifest variables are there. Now you would like to find out the moderating effect. So what is happening here, you can see that you have done the same thing, just like the previous case. You have done the same thing. The satisfaction, the relationship, the direct relationship between satisfaction and loyalty, and the direct relationship between image and loyalty, that you have found, and also you have taken a moderator. Okay, you have taken a moderator. So that moderator is there. This moderator is actually here. It is actually okay. So here they are taking actually image itself. They are taking as the diagram is actually it is wrong. Here actually image not wrong. Actually they are taking image as the moderator here. Here the independent variable is satisfaction and the dependent variable is loyalty, and image itself is acting as a moderator. Okay. So in this case, you can again do the same thing. Okay. And you will be finding out the relationship between the satisfaction and loyalty. Okay. Actually here they have not provided the results. So the results, that's why it is difficult to understand. Anyway, so we can assume that there is a significant effect of image on the relationship between satisfaction and loyalty. Okay. So what you can see, again you will paste the result in this Excel file. Okay. So what you will do here, suppose along x-axis you are representing the satisfaction level. Okay. Along, this is the independent, because this is the independent variable, and along y-axis you are representing the dependent variable. Okay. What is the dependent variable? Dependent variable, it is actually the loyalty. Okay. Now the image, there are two different types of image: low image and high image. Low image, it is being represented by this, and the high image, it is being represented by this. Okay. So now have a look at the changes when the image, when this in case of in both the cases, when the satisfaction level goes up. Okay. So when the satisfaction level goes up, the dependent variable, that means loyalty, it also goes up in all the cases, both for low image and high image. Okay. But this is also actually, since you are taking low image and high image, this also goes up. But the difference is that you can see that here the steepness of this line is greater than the steepness of this line. Okay. So it means that the workers who have low image, okay, or the employees who have low image, you need to push them, okay, so that they can increase their loyalty. You need to push them more so that they can increase their loyalty. But in case of high image, since they have already high image, so you don't need to push them too much to increase the level of loyalty, because with the increase of the satisfaction, their loyalty will be changing, but not as much as compared to the low image. Okay, because they are already dedicated. So this is the actually the expression of this graph. Okay. Okay, so this is so I'm going to stop the recording.